when it come to you, pistol like buzz, issue with trust.
Oh, welcome back to the podcast. Man, it's been a while since we've done one, eh?
Yeah, bro, we've been busy as so
Yeah.
I can't even remember.
Oh, it was us and Somi.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
That was the last podcast that we did. I think because we were too busy trying to suss out our travels, our vlogs, and everything else. We had a few stores that we had on and then dropping our new range. So,
It's definitely been a busy time since our
Yeah.
last potty. So
but yeah, definitely I'm looking forward to closing out the year with this podcast. More so just to sort of recap on the year that we had, talk about all our goals that we set at the beginning of the year, go through them because what a year. Holy, so what a year,
can't believe
man.
it's December already.
I know, but like for me, it's just buzzy. Like talking about, like I remember December last year, I was away in Samoa, and then I came back in January, and I said to you guys on our chat group, like when I get back, we'll hit the ground running. We'll have a meeting, we'll just write down all our goals for 2023. Now we're in December again. Like 12 months has gone by just like that. Do you guys remember what we had in our goals? What we
Yeah,
wrote
no,
down?
there was a lot, bro. I remember we had a lot. We were talking about a lot of things that we wanted to do, especially with the brand, media in particular. I think when me and you first started talking about it, we were definitely thinking about bringing someone on in terms of media because, man, me and you couldn't do it all. You know what I mean? You were doing all the media and I was doing all the back end, but yeah, that was one of our goals was to bring this guy on. And then we started that journey just before you went away. Obviously, when you came back, then we all got together and we started planning out our whole year. We were talking about obviously scaling our brand, hopefully getting into a warehouse and get out of my
Oh, that's right. We
my
had
house.
been in the way.
Yeah,
This was one of our goals.
it was one of our goals. So getting out of my house because we were pressing all the socks in one of the spare rooms. So
And your
I'm
wife
sure
was
Marsh
getting
was
upset.
happy.
Your wife was getting upset with us.
get the house back, traveling and vlogging our stuff, setting up our potty. That was another thing that another one of our goals. So I will definitely ticked up a few of them. But yeah,
I think I remember we caught up at Granada's and
Yep. I think that's where you first approached me. So come
Yeah,
up,
that's right.
we had our little sit down coffee meeting, come with a list, and I just seen a list of goals, and I was like, whoa, we're all gonna do this. And then obviously grateful for you guys to reach out and give me the opportunity to jump on board and jump on the journey, kind of showcase my skill set and control a bit of the media. And then man, from I think our first event was the Raptors?
Raptors.
Yeah, so our first pop-up
show,
yeah,
the first
the
event,
rugby. Shout out to the Raptors too, the Western Sydney Raptors. We ended up sponsoring them because some of our gym family, their kids play for the Raptors, so we decided to jump on and sponsor them. So
but even the staff from the Raptors, the way that we sort of had to organize like our gazebo, our setup for a pop-up store. We had no
Yes.
idea how to set up a pop-up store. So that was another thing that we sort of put into play and to see where our pop-up store's gone from there to like now with our recent one at Greater West. Yeah, that's been cool.
I remember we wrote down that we wanted to hit a few CrossFit competitions,
Yep.
so we can set up our store. But in between, then we tied in with the junior rugby union, junior rugby league stuff, and then we just thought it'd be cool to sort of take our vlog on the road, sort of like showcase our young Pacifica Polynesian kids that are playing rugby. But that was sort of the idea of the vlog
At the start.
At the start, we kind of pulled away from fitness, like what we're about, our brand.
Yeah.
And then I think amongst it all, we kind of got a little bit lost there. Do you reckon? Or
Well, I think Motherland turned it on for us, right? Like when we come home
forgot
from
about
Motherland, bro, we just kind of like our brains opened up and we're just like, holy, I think we're bigger than just like what we think we are.
Yeah.
And then, bro, we just took off. Like we just started dropping more ideas, adding more to that goals list, and expanded on the brand. So
That's the beauty of having goals,
Yep.
You know what I mean? I think for us, we had a list at the start of the year, but obviously our list started getting maybe a bit bigger, maybe taking a few things away from the goals. It's things that couldn't suit what we wanted to do at the time. But I guess throughout the whole year, man, we learnt like from Samoa and then obviously all the other things we've done.
And even though like the goals changed along the way, like we still ticked them off, But I think what you said, Chaz, Motherland just was a different ball game altogether.
Open the eyes,
Yeah.
sure.
But then obviously networking with Pacificast and Julius and then that kind of just grew a life of its own, really. Then I was like, oh man, I think Hype Lab now is like sort of going away from what we wanted to do with the brand, sort of to be that sort of motivating happiness brand that sort of pushes fitness as our, the dose, to release the dose. Oh, Dose Energy, the drink.
Yeah, that's,
Oh,
yeah, that was another one.
Yeah,
Of,
another
that was
goal.
another one of our
We'll
goals
get
too.
to that. Yeah, we'll get to
that's
that.
right.
But yeah, I think just looking back on the year, there's a lot of takeaways.
100%.
More positives than negatives. I wouldn't say negatives anyway. It's more lessons.
Nah,
Life
lessons,
lessons.
bro.
Eh?
Life lessons.
100%. Listen, we learned what what we could do and what we could handle, what we couldn't handle.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And sometimes
of our
it's
brand.
sometimes it taught us to be like, bro, just gotta stay in your lane and be patient because you're trying to do too many things all at once, too many moving pieces, and then we're not seeing it sort of like turn over in the back end.
But then the effort too. You know what I mean?
Yeah, true.
The effort and the energy to put into these things. You know, like obviously we get excited, new ventures, new connections, new networks, opportunities come our way, and then it's sort of just like it doesn't take it away from our goals, but then it adds to our list of things that we want to do. You know what I mean? And then then we just like for us, bro, we'll do everything, we'll do anything, we'll give it a crack.
Oh,
then-
100%.
We'll give anything a crack, but then we can step away and go, you know what? Maybe it's a bit too much.
Yeah, maybe
Our
that didn't
energies,
work.
Yeah,
We gotta
that's right.
find another way.
Yeah, but that's the beauty of what we do. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So going off that list that we did, I think, okay, so one was obviously getting out of your house and getting to our own
Warehouse.
space and our own warehouse. And thank God
Here we are today.
Yeah, we are. we were able to tick that goal off. The other goal was to try and get an energy drink off the ground. That was just an idea.
Yeah.
We had no idea of how to even source, manufacture, flavoring, formulas. But big shout out to our mate Steve there and Enhanced.
100%.
We wouldn't be able to get this off the ground, and it is what it is today because of that guy, that man. So, special
Steve.
shout out to Steve. But yeah, it was just we wrote it down. We just, asked a few mates and went about it. And then when the push came to shove, pull the trigger or not, well, we pulled it.
Yeah.
Like, yo, fuck, let's go. It's all good talking about it and but we spoke it into existence, and then it came to fruition because we constantly were just hustling every day. How are we going to do this? Where are we going to get the money to do this? Let's pull the trigger. Fuck it. Who cares? Let's go. And then all of a sudden, boom, we've got an energy drinkers in the samples. So
It's that accountability too, like between us, like us three, like as a group, like we kind of make sure that we're doing our jobs and our roles to be able to tick those goals. So
Yeah.
we're all on one another's back. Like, where's this? Where's that post? Like, why haven't we dropped this? And bro, I think that's been the beauty of our team. That we
How did you find that? Because our dynamic is different. Like we've worked together for over 15 years. But when you were coming into that, was it hard for you to like sort of, our gee, we
Chaos,
need this
the demand.
Yeah, hey, I want this video done, this, cut that, this.
Going to the wife straight again. Oh yeah, I'm going for another trip. She's like, what the hell? You just left? No, that's the excitement and the support from my wife. So I think her backing, like, and I said it in our last potty, like having her backing, it's just been the best part of it because
Yeah.
she's not going, oh, why are you going on another trip? Just questioning it because she sees the results and. That's where I think I said in the last one as well. Like she knows we're making moves. The demands, there were times because I remember our first quotas. It was like, all right, bro, we just want you to do maybe 1 or 2 posts a month, and then it went like, because of our demand and everything we're doing, it went from 1 to 2 posts a month to 4 to 5 a week sometimes.
Yeah.
But that's the beauty of it. And when you've got that that incentive to like, you see the results, bro, you hustle. You just
Yeah.
gotta hustle. So
I think that was the coolest part, was trying to paint that picture for you so you can see why I want this a certain way or how many posts I want a week or whatever. And then when you started to see it, and then you were like, oh shit. There was one point there, I think maybe a couple of weeks ago, you're like, can I cut up some more videos? I was like, hey, whoa.
yeah,
Like
you're kind of on that grind
you're on that
mentality
grind.
now. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm not doing anything. Let me
Yeah.
do something.
Yeah.
But sometimes you got to relax too, right? And I think that's what we've said. Another part of our business is quality. You don't just want to rush it out just for the sake of it, right? We want to be
Intentful.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Intentful of
I'm big on that,
what we bring out.
doing stuff with intent.
Yeah. But then just making sure it leverages
Yeah,
off the back of that.
yeah, that's
I
right.
think that's the biggest takeaway for me this year, is that learning that you can do whatever you want, but if it's not intentful, relatable, and you can't leverage off it, especially on the back end, because at the end of the day, everyone that's in business, you want to make money, right?
Yeah, that's right.
You just don't want to do stuff where it's not going to work. So
I feel like our customer base in 2023 have really like realized that like the push
Yeah.
towards fitness, towards happiness, our goals, and they've bought into it. So therefore, when we drop something, they all come. Like,
Yeah.
you know. But then it's a sort of like we put out good content, intentful, give them a purpose, give them the reason, our why, and then they buy into it and be like, yo, and they keep buying, which then gives us the leverage to be able to do the stuff we're doing. So when I spoke about the goals, we didn't have no goals for travel. Like Samoa wasn't
Nah,
even
that
on
wasn't
the
even
radar.
part of it,
Like,
no.
No,
Everything
there
was
was
random.
no travel. We were like,
That's
yeah,
right.
it'll be cool to travel, but we got no money. Like, we got, and then all of a sudden, like the opportunity to go to Samoa came up, and then man, that was just oh my gosh. I think everyone when we got to Samoa were like, okay, but who are you guys? We're like, oh, we're the Hype Lab, we're a fitness and apparel brand, and then they were like, okay, cool, but what are you guys doing here? You know. And then when Jules was sort of introducing everyone to us and saying, oh, like, you know, Leo's like one of my good mates. I wanted him to come over and sort of like network with him in terms of his brand and what they do. And then after Motherland, when we dropped our vlogs and all that, and then everyone was like, oh, nah, yeah, these guys are about it. Like, so that kind of put us on the map, so to speak, in the Pacifica community. Yeah.
I think that was a big change too, because I think when we first started our brand was more just, it was about fitness in there, but it was like demographic was everyone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We sort of like outlaid for everyone, like you can all be a part of it, which it still is. But I feel like when we shifted to just like putting it out there for our own people, you know what I mean? We just sort of just narrowed it down a bit. And I think that's where it sort of like took off, I reckon.
Yeah.
We started just looking out for our own people.
Yeah. But
in a
I
sense
wanted,
of, not because we're islanders, you know what I mean?
yeah,
But it
that's
was
what
more-
I'm trying to get to. Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm not trying to say that we just did it because of that, but I just feel like with our brand, with our people, we wanted to offer more for our people.
Because I feel like we can help more of our
Help more,
people.
that's
Because a lot of our people, as you know, bro, everybody's like obese and not too sure on what they're eating. And so that's why when we push our fitness, like all the Balangi people, they're all fit naturally. You know what I mean? So our brand is still for everyone, but I feel like we can help more of our people in the sense of like, you know,
Sharing knowledge.
Yeah, sharing knowledge.
Sharing knowledge,
About health and fitness.
the dose.
The dose.
Like that's a big part of what we're about, you know. We say get a dose, but obviously the meaning behind dose is a big thing for us.
Yeah.
You know, the happiness.
Because I remember when we were around Samoa and everyone was asking Jules, oh, is that the CrossFitters? And I was laughing. I was like, nah, we just like,
Nah, we ain't CrossFitters,
Nah, man, we just do CrossFit. But we sort of like, we push fitness and health and fitness as part of our brand and happiness.
Yeah, well, I think, and being labelled as the CrossFitters, right? Like with Dose, it's we kind of speak like Dose is happiness, like anyone's happiness. You know what I mean? Like whatever they like. I think we said it before. Walking the dog, you know, just spending time with the kids, and that's what we push it with our brand. So, as much as we are a fitness brand, there's more ways to be, you know, to kind of find happiness, and that's a part of what we're trying to express in our
definitely.
brand. So,
And then sort of like, so we weren't expecting to go to Samoa. That happened. Came back. The content that we got from that was just amazing. That's when this guy sort of stepped up into his own and like
Yeah, hard. I think just the more eyes after that.
more eyes on our brand.
Yeah, more eyes on our brand, which was cool. So, you know, it's just more good for our branding. A lot more people noticed us, a lot more followers, which was cool, you know what I mean? People started learning about our brand and learning who we are. And like you said, people asking who the hell we were in Samoa.
Yeah.
When we got back, we had a few more people that started realizing, oh, okay, these are these guys.
who's that random Māori guy up there with the media crew on the stage? Hey, like, holy moly, bro! Like,
All access pass. Yeah, they're like, who's the guy with the top knot?
I
on
just
the
remember
stage?
they're on the walkie-talkies and they're like, oh, excuse me, why is that guy up there all alone and blah blah blah. But I had Ozzy. Ozzy was my
Remember I
security
told
guy.
you, I could always just stick with Ozzy.
All
He'll be
access
fine.
sales, yo.
Yeah. Shout out to my boy Ozzy, the
So he
man.
was kind of looking out and just bro shoving me on the stage. Go, bro, get out there, do your thing, you know. And crazy.
See,
times.
just talking about Ozzy, that was all from Samoa. The networks that we got from that after that was just, man, crazy. We sort of like got back and then we were like, all right, cool, we need to design our range. Talking about our clothing range because we're predominantly socks. Everybody always knew us as, you know, the sock guys.
Suckers.
We print on demand with heat transfer onto socks. Then, we decided to sort of like throw our hand in there and like, you know, bring out a sort of a casual wear sort of range, like a capsule. And that went all right for us. Yeah, like, well,
That was cool.
Yeah.
Our first capsule that we did our happiness capsule, you know,
Oh,
with the dose, the smiley dose, happiness, and get a dose, with those colorways that we had. That was our first sort of, branching into the apparel brand.
Yeah. So like I think the year, like from all the takeaways, it's kind of like I said. I think like doing all that sort of stuff this year has kind of made us realize, all right, cool. Now we know where to sort of exert our energy, our time, our energy, because we're gonna always see the follow up on the back end, and whether that's sort of like converting, you know, in terms of sales. So we're able to sort of put out more content, put out more products, quality products.
That's the beauty of business, like learning where you can do things, where you can't do, exerting your energies, all that type of stuff.
I remember I was looking at the goals last night. We ticked off everything except the
One.
the games. Our comp.
Oh, our comp.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's, bro,
Man,
out
like,
of
look
all
what
those
we've done,
goals, man.
Yeah,
good
warehouse,
effort.
energy drink, and we got our own apparel line now. The vlogs, traveling, like that wasn't even part of our goals.
Potty, that was
But the
one of our goals.
podcast off the ground, yeah.
Get a dose podcast.
Yeah.
So that was another one of our goals that we got off the ground. Yeah, man. Keen to see what other goals we have in store for 2024.
And I thought like our travels were done there, like, you know, with Samoa. And then sort of as we're coming towards sort of like mid-year, towards the start of spring, I was obviously getting ready to go away to Europe for my 40th. Yeah. And then all of a sudden, gee, I'm going to pay for us to go to the Gold Coast. We're going to go to watch the Warriors. And I was like, oh, a traveling log without me. Okay, that's safe. So I was in Europe at that time, and then you guys were up at
Queensland.
You know.
Supporting the boys.
Yeah.
Bro, and Up the Waz sock. We haven't even mentioned Up the Waz.
Man,
gotta
that
talk
was
about that
massive
sock,
for
bro.
us, man.
That was a
Shout out
big,
to the Warriors.
Yeah, that
Warriors
was-
all day.
What kind of broke it for me is when I think it was the boys around there, captains around there, just before the semi of the Broncos, and then we get those photos sent. A lot of our followers just sent in that photo of
they're like,
AFB
"Bro,
and
how these guys wearing the
Montoya,
Up the
and we're like,
Waz
what the hell?
Yeah.
You know, that sealed it for me, man. I was like, holy shit, look our brands with the main team.
Yeah.
Fuck, the hype was real,
Yeah.
bro. You know,
Because we
the
went to a
Warriors
couple of
fans.
Warriors games. Hey.
Yeah. Parramatta one.
Para one, the Penrith minor semi. Then obviously the major semi you guys went to at the Broncos. So that was cool. I feel like Warriors will always be a part of us because we're such staunch fans.
Yeah, hard out.
So I feel like that's always going to be 2024. We're doing that again.
Yep.
We're going to go to as many games as we can, vlog, just let the crowd know that we're staunch Warriors fans. We're the hype bad boys, but nah, man.
It just made sense
Warriors hard.
to make the sock though too. Like,
Yeah.
we talk a little bit about the sock, man. Like these guys don't understand like that
Oh,
sock.
bro.
Like, what we done
One
with that sock.
$25 sock was pulling in about 20K a month.
Yeah.
3 consecutive months, as we're leading into the
Semi-finals. So
what,
it's just off the back.
$25 sock to do those numbers, man.
That's crazy. That sort of made us realize too, man. Like fucking hell, how the hell are we doing this with just
Yeah.
one sock? And I think because obviously the trend up the wires, but then yeah, man, it's just makes. I think it's just people just wanted it, just to wear it, to be a part of it.
But it aligned with us because we make fitness socks, so we put anything on socks.
Yeah.
You know, so and then our favorite team, the three of us, it made sense to do it, but I didn't realize like how big it was. And then when it
Nah, I didn't. Bro.
when it
And then
blew
we-
up,
Oh, and then those orders. How were those orders, bro? Hey,
and how, bro.
enjoy pressing them all day, every day.
Fuck, honest, bro. When we first dropped it, I remember when I seen the design, I said, "Oh, what do you reckon? We'll just drop these, see what happens." Drop it next minute. Ding, ding, ding. all I'm seeing is like, fuck yeah, I'm happy we're getting all these things and fuck
What you
it.
see is working
and the
out.
cash is coming, but I'm like, fuck, there's a lot of work.
bro, it went
bro.
from 50 to 100 to 150
Fuck,
to
yeah.
200. This guy's going, bro, we have to press 200 socks. And I was going, fuck that, I'm going China. Bro, I made the move like that. I went to China. I went, oh man, I'm going to design this up the wire sock so it's easier for us. So when people do, like we get those consecutive months of orders, it's just a matter of us picking it, putting it in the packing stuff.
Supply and demand.
What a move, eh?
We must have pressed about, I reckon, over 600 pairs, bro, before we
we
went
made
to
the
China.
move, yeah.
Yeah. Because I remember, bro, it was like fucking every day for fucking hours and hours. Marshall was there cutting all the transfers and fucking we're pressing. I'm like, fuck this. But it was cool that like to see like our sock. We didn't do our sock on the bean anyway. You know what I mean? Now we got,
Oh, yeah.
and we got a lot more like followers, people
But then
following our
and then
pages.
all the other people were like, "Oh, are you gonna bring out Penrith socks
right.
or doggy socks?" And then we were like, "Ding!" light bulb moment. All right, wait till 2024. I'll suss those out.
Yeah, like you said, it's just a statement song. That's all it is.
Yeah.
And around, if you're listening, we'll let you get a license.
For us, the license, bro. For us, the license. So after the wars, all that stuff, and then the opportunity came to go to China.
Yeah.
I remember talking about it before I even left for Europe. 'Cause we went to go see Frank, remember?
Yeah.
And Frank's like, bro, you guys want to come to China with me? I'm going for the Canton. And I said, when's that? He said, I think, was it November? No,
November, yeah.
October.
Oh, we knew about it. Remember, we knew. We were just
Just
just the way that the year planned out. It was like, fuck. Because we've been doing so much traveling. We're like, all right, fuck.
Well, especially for you and I, we went Thailand, came back, went Samoa, came back, fucking, and then I went to Europe. Then you came and met me, and then we just got back. And I rang this guy, Sully. Have you got a passport? I mean, because I knew we went to Samoa. I just
What are you
said,
doing this weekend?
What are you doing this weekend?
When this guy
What are you
calls
doing
me,
this
does the,
weekend?
what are you doing this weekend? I know something's going on. And
This
he's
guy's going, why? I said, want to come to China with us? This guy's like, oh man, let me ask my wife first. And then like within the space of 24 hours, visas were getting done. We made a play to go.
I think that's one thing we need to do better in organization. But to be honest, bro, I think that's how we work, bro. That's when we work at our best. As in when, our back's behind the wall and we've only got a certain amount of time to do shit.
I don't know about you guys, but I
just
like
fucking-
working on the
yeah.
fly. Like
love
obviously
the
some
chaos.
stuff has to be structured.
Keen for the mess.
Keen for the mess, bro. It was like, let's just book it. Fuck it, let's go.
But like anything that we do, like even with the up to us, like we weren't even prepared. You know what I mean? There's been a lot of times haven't been prepared, but we just run it anyways and we make it work. And that's, in a sense, bro, that's business, bro.
I think the best thing about us is that we set plays up and then we're like, what play are we gonna run in this? And sometimes it doesn't even need to make sense. But me, I'm like, fuck it, run it.
I think Shaz understands that now.
Yeah.
Hey, at the start, fuck, these guys are all over the place, man.
Yeah.
There's thought behind it.
A
There's a lot of
theory
thought,
that goes
yeah, that's
behind
right.
the decisions that I make.
It just looks like it's just
Sometimes it's just a little bit erratic, but me, there's a plan. Like I've got a plan for it. See, and then we went to China, caught up with our manufacturers that made all our stuff, network with Ozzy and Frank. Like, man, what a trip.
Canton Fair.
But I feel like too, a lot of people reached out when they watched that vlog. They were like, "Oh, thanks for the insight."
Which is cool, man, because it comes back tenfold, because you're
Yeah.
giving so much like of info, things that people can't see and get to themselves, and then when they see that and they see there's someone that's doing it, that's out there, they think, you know what, I can go out there and do it. Shit.
Yeah.
And then ask you questions, start asking questions.
I think we spoke about this on our other podcast. Sharing is important.
Yeah.
Like, there's no point gatekeeping. Like, if someone that we're close to wanted to start their own sock brand or brand, I'll give you my blueprint. That's all. That's the only thing that I can talk about is my experience. But it's up to you to go out and find your
Source
own
it, do
path.
shit.
Yeah. So, I mean, everyone can win. We always talk about that. There's enough room on the top of the mountain for everyone to win. So,
100%.
yeah. So China. Coming back from China, then we done Greater West Games. Shout out to Moose and Goody for having us.
That was cool.
Yeah, that was cool. Gave us a bit of a fire too, to be like, oh, that goal that we didn't tick off this year, we got to do that next year. Like,
But it was good exposure for our drink too.
Yeah, well, that was kind of like our first proper introduction for our drink, right?
Yeah.
Like
Our drink, yeah.
We kind of slowly put it out, but then get into that little scheme of things of what we do around that CrossFit world. It's
it's like we haven't really like thrown it out there or launched it yet. It's just sort of put it out there
Tester.
to our friends and family to see it, and like so far so good.
Very
You
hard.
know? So
Just made sense.
yeah,
We love it. I love it. We love energy drinks. I do. Probably would have seen we always had monsters, so it just made sense.
yeah, we
have
always
our
had
own one.
the we always
You
had
know
the
what I mean?
monsters. No, but yeah, the reason for this podcast is we thought let's just get together, have a chat, wrap up the year because man, it's been an amazing year. Honestly, this has probably been the best year in business for me over the last however many years I've been in business. This has been the best year so far.
I'll have to say, not just in business, but just in life for me. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Happiness.
Yo,
This probably be the happiest year I've had
yeah,
in a long time. You know what
I mean,
that's cool.
In a long time, bro. So,
Modi,
bro, it's just been fucking crazy, like chaotic. That I think I'll forever know you boys as that, just fucking frantic and just full of ideas, but like it is knowledgeable ideas, like I know it's not just bullshit out of out of you guys' ass or whatever. It's actual thoughtful processes, and bro, it's all been proven. So yeah, happiness wise, fuck yeah, it's given me that kind of energy to better myself in what I do with media. So a few goals that I want to tick next year in that aspect. And I think it's that whole thing of not trying to be in the same position as what you were, this year. You want to better yourself every year, bro.
That's what I was saying. Like, man, if we had a cracker year, like, fuck, how are we gonna top that? But with all the plays that I've got in motion for 2024, man, you can't help but beat this year. Oh yeah, man, Somi, fuck. It was such a breath of fresh air having that guy come on board. Yeah. Like we got back from Samoa, we approached Soms. You would have seen him in all some of our media throughout the year. He's the NO guy. But unfortunately, due to our family commitments, he couldn't keep up with our media.
The
demands and our strategy. And so shout out to Soms, bro. I love you. We miss you. But we just said,
plus you got a new baby on the way.
Yeah, if Soms can't be there for us, like, be that front runner guy, that's fine. We'll just run it just ourselves. It's been us for a year for the last couple months. And so, yeah, we're just wrapping up the year now. Highlights, I think I'll go first. My highlight probably would have to be, I think, Samoa for me. Because it's a little bit different for me because I'm Samoan and taking you guys back there to experience that for the first time. Especially there was a time there when me and you were horsed. We're horsed all the time anyway, but like that on the concert and Shaz is working hard, like getting all the footage, and me and you were just like in the zone, bro. We're just like closing our eyes. I think Fiji was singing, and then I looked to the crowd and there's like, bro, like thousands of local Samoan people like in the rain with their eyes closed, just like thankful and grateful to be at that. And that's something that Jules created, and I was like, wow, like look at this, man. Like they brought Motherland back to Apia, Samoa. The concert was for free. That was emotional for me. I was looking, I was like, wow, like look how many people are happy right now in the rain, still dancing.
And their number ones too.
And their number ones. Hey, remember we saw those guys in their jeans.
40 degrees, bro. Old man suited up, and I was like, fuck.
Man, but that's like Samoans, Islanders in general, man. Like it's like those events are like massive to them, so they dress up. And for us, we're just there in shorts, t-shirts, and jandals, So that's definitely been my highlight, man. Amongst all the goals that we ticked off this year. What about you, bro?
Definitely all the traveling, man. I haven't done any traveling in like fucking the last 6 to 8 years, I guess. And to just sort of put it all together in 1 year. The traveling was definitely like a big highlight for myself, but I think my highlight would be just ticking our goals, man, especially the warehouse, getting into our own warehouse and being in an environment where it's like, fuck, all right, you know what? You're actually doing this.
You're a business.
In business, you know what I mean? Instead of just being at home and just doing it in my room and stuff like that. But walking into your warehouse and knowing that you got your own space to create something, obviously for us in terms of our goals, to help us reach our financial freedoms, to help my family and all that type of stuff. Like this is where it all starts for me. So that was a big highlight. And obviously the drink. I still can't believe that. I still can't believe.
I remember when you came to Paris, with the samples, and I was like, hey, bro, they're here. And I opened it up and I went, oh my gosh.
I don't know how we did it, but
we done it.
Pulled it out of our ass some way.
Your highlights, bro.
Pretty much a combo of both your guys' highlights. Samoa's probably my favorite trip. The experience, bro, is unmatched. And I think knowing, like I think I said it way back, like having boys and family that are Samoan and being able to experience their motherland was cool, you know, because a lot of people go back to New Zealand and speak of New Zealand, talk of the beauty, but now I can kind of speak of Samoa in the same context. So
100.
That was, there was a highlight, like a main moment, I think, when I was on the stage. And, bro, I just remember I had a grin from, like, ear to ear, bro. And I was like, I'm going to message my mum. And I was like, Mum, check out. Like,
Mama, we made it.
Check out what I'm doing right now. Like, you know, up on stage. And I think it's when Tomorrow People drop, or, like, pumping some tune, bro. But, that was probably my most favorite moment of the year. That definitely ticks the top. So.
Well, those are the highlights for the year. And just wrapping up the podcast, just to sort of give everyone a bit of an insight into our year. Just amazing. Talking about now where we go from here. Obviously, Christmas and New Year's is sort of about taking a break and then coming back and hitting the ground running for 2024. We've got so many things on on our goals list. Some things we can't talk about, some things we just want to keep it sort of in-house until they come into fruition. It was a perfect opportunity for us to sort of get together to close off the year with our parties too. We're still looking to interview people in our space, not necessarily always have to talk about fitness and health, but then their happiness. And if we could sort of like show some light into business and Pasifika and Polynesian entrepreneurs that can sort of drop some dimes for some, you know, young Pasifika kids and youth out there, then we'll do that. But yeah, we're looking to do that as well as our travel vlogs and everything else. So we want to say a big thank you to all our supporters, all our customers that have been with us from the beginning. But definitely this year, you guys really showed up, man. And I hope our content and everything that we do resonates with you. We're looking to continue that into 2024. So a big, very Merry Christmas and a safe and prosperous New Year's to everyone out there. Thank you to tuning in. Thank you for tuning into our vlogs, our YouTube, buying our energy drink, buying our socks, buying our apparel. We are truly grateful, and we are here in this space because of you guys. So
Yeah, just off the back of that, bro. Yeah, obviously to all our customers, everyone that watches our vlogs, our potties, our families, our friends that support us as well. Big thank you, man. Without you guys, this year wouldn't have been possible, for sure. You know what I mean? Thankful for the connections and networks that we attained this year. You know, without you guys as well, we wouldn't be able to get our brand to a level that we did this year, for sure, 100%. But definitely looking forward to 2024 and, you know, going on this exciting journey with you guys as we step into the new year. Can't wait for you guys to see all the things that we've got planned. But yeah, man, just stay with us, man. We got some exciting things to do, and yeah, just grateful for all of you guys for supporting us. Have a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, stay safe. We love you guys.
Holy moly! Following up after those two, grateful, and it's always good to know that you guys enjoy us. You know, I think the following, bro, like. At the end of the day, we're just doing us, and getting your guys back in is always that incentive to keep pushing hard. So definitely grateful, appreciated for everything you guys do to keep us going and motivated. And yeah, Merry Christmas, love yous all.
Love you.
Girl, you chosen. Fuck it up when you bust wide open. It's the ocean. I'm just imposing.